lasers that you could put right in the middle of a room, and it'll put a line all the way around?
Yeah, that's what this is.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
those will shoot it for all the way around the room. It'll wrap the whole
Yeah, they're
room.
on a tripod. They're round. They just spin with the laser.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, this one has that you can level off.
Okay.
Because when I start hanging
About the
stuff,
laser.
I saw it. It was one of those Timu
Andy.
things that they now you threw me off. Um, it was one of those Timu things. You know, you scrolling through Timu or Temu, whatever it's called,
Yeah.
and they like reel you in. They push hook you to buy stuff.
Yeah.
Next thing you know, you bought
You get
$600
about
worth
5
of
or
stuff
6
for $100.
That's
got
those freebie.
5 to 10 good tries to get out of their promo stuff because you're going to do a draw and you're going to spin a wheel.
Right.
That's like
Right.
those free giveaways they have at Harbor Freight.
Mhm.
Yes, I get those emails all the
Yeah.
time.
Get that free magnetic tray. I
Oh,
probably
boy.
got 5 of those by now.
Mm.
I might have to make a Spanaholic t-shirt or something.
Spanaholic. Yep.
Yeah.
Hello, I'm Mark, and I'm Spanaholic.
I have a problem. I'm a Spanaholic.
Yeah.
Put that on the t-shirt.
I got another idea, which I'll tell you after we go off the air. I'm trying to get my pool pump motor going. Richard, you might know something about this. I plugged it in, hit the switch, and a lot of times that shaft will be frozen because of the corrosion over the winter. And I can usually take a screwdriver and spin that shaft to get it going. Well, this time when I turn a switch on, it froze, but it also sparked and popped. Is that any idea what that might be?
That sounds like a bind-up motor.
Okay.
What type
Well, I
of
took
motor
the
do you
screwdriver and
have?
I was able to free it up, but
Yeah, what type of
you can
motor
jump
do you
start
have?
it by turning the switch on and just spin it with the screwdriver and it'll get going. It's
What
done this the
about
last
getting-
2 or 3 years.
What about getting some silicone spray?
Is that safe to spray in there?
You should be able to. It should be safe enough to
Okay.
spray in there. Yeah,
Okay. That's what
Now-
I had some WD-40. I don't want to spray that in there, but
because they have a different pump you could buy, and it doesn't bind up like that. I forgot the hell the name of it. It's like a. I forgot the name of it. We used to have one where I worked, and they
Okay.
never had an issue with it after they replaced it from a regular motor.
okay.
Now, do
This is
you
probably
kill yours over the winter?
Yeah. Well, I take it in the garage and put it away,
Oh, okay.
but
Oh.
it corrodes.
Real quick. The Walmart Benny used to work at.
Yeah.
Last night, three guys were in the parking lot pulling guns on people, pointing the guns at people.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. It's all over the news.
It's
Wow.
crazy. It's just
That's
crazy.
the one down the street from my house. They end up catching them.
That's good.
Good. Yeah.
My brother's an asshole.
Don't get me started on that.
Oh.
I forgot we were live, guys. My bad.
You're not the first one.
Right.
My bad. So how's everybody's work week so far?
Touchy stuff.
We're almost there to the weekend.
Yeah.
I'm on my weekend.
Me too.
Go screw yourself.
That's the
Hey.
great thing about working 410s.
We're going to the Savannah Bananas tomorrow night.
Oh, that'll be
City.
neat.
Ashley
At
came
the
up with that.
Savannah banana.
I see so many videos of them. I think I would like to go to something like that.
I've only heard of them the last few months.
Yeah.
It looks like a good show.
I might go to the single A baseball team we have here since we don't have the triple A team anymore.
Oh, it's a baseball team, Mark?
Yeah, it's like the Harlem Globetrotters of the baseball.
Oh,
Yep.
okay, cool.
Like if a batter hits a foul ball, it lands in the stands, and the fan catches it, it's an out.
Oh, wow.
They have a guy on stilts that hits the ball or pitches the ball or something like that, and they have I'll tell you about it later. before we start. They have a former softball player for University of Oklahoma that joined the team now, Jocelyn Allo. So let's get started.
Hey, this is the franchise Shane Douglas, ECW World Heavyweight Champion, and you're watching Spanning the Globe.
And good evening, everybody. It is time for Spanning the Globe. It is Thursday night. Thank you for joining us tonight. I am Mark Magger, your host. Joining me tonight is our usual suspects, Mr. Richard Ward, a.k.a. The Warden.
What's going on, everybody?
Mr. Andy B.
Good evening, everybody.
And underneath me here is Grandpa Ben.
What's up, everyone?
And joining us tonight, our special guest tonight is Mr. Jayson Pressley, a fellow collector, not to be confused with the Pressley family in Branson, Missouri.
What's going on, everybody? Good. How y'all doing?
Lord,
You sound
what's
good.
up, man?
You were late for the sound check, but you sound great.
Yeah, sorry about that. We
That's
had all the school traffic coming back, so.
That's all right. We're going to talk with Jayson about some custom modifications he does to belts. But before we do that, I want to remind everybody that the show is sponsored by Marked Leather Championship Belt Leathering. Screwed up my own ad there. Also by Ashley's Southern Designs. And I want to show off something here. She's on Facebook, by the way. She's my daughter. She made me this cup. I'm going to put this on full screen. With a Spanning the Globe logo on it. But wait, there's more on the back. This is actually like black chrome. This is a powder coated stainless steel mug with this is the bare metal underneath. She takes a laser and cuts all this out. And on the back, she puts the marvelous one on here.
Nice.
So
Very nice.
It's spill proof. So if I knock it off this table, it ain't gonna spill.
Nice work, Ashley.
I want one. I want one.
She
I'll be
had
next.
this.
I'll be next.
I'm my host. Okay. She
I'll
has
be-
different
I'll be
colors.
next.
So. But if you want a T-shirt, she does custom T-shirts as well. Just be sure you hit her up. She's on Facebook. She does custom orders, and she also does shipping. So just show her what you want. She'll fix you up. Also, Andy, did you share the link or the show on
Sure
the
did.
groups? Both
Both
groups?
groups. Uh-huh.
Okay, thank you. So we've had issues with Facebook groups streaming the podcast, so we had to go to my actual leather page, which is a page, not a group, and then we can share the stream in the groups. But you can also go to YouTube and look up the Wide World of Belts YouTube channel, and we are doing a live stream there as well. And that portion of the show is made possible by the Brothers of Kayfabe podcast, who actually partner with us on the StreamYard subscription, makes it more affordable for all of us. So we appreciate their cooperation in that endeavor.
Sure do.
And I'll also give a shout out to the Double Dropkick podcast. That's Kevin Davenport's podcast. That's going to be going live soon, so be sure to check that out. He does a lot of really good interviews, so be sure you check that one out when it comes live. That's also seen here in the Wild World Belts group, by the way, and also in Love Those Wrestling Belts, which is Andy's group.
Yes.
So let me go ahead and get started with the Belt of the Week. It's how we always start off the show. Okay, let's pull this up. This is not my belt, by the way. This is a leather job I just completed, and I got the wrong stupid camera. Okay, this is a customer leather job I've done. I've done this is like the fourth one I've done. A gentleman by the name of Michael Caruth, from Colorado. In fact, he's already sent me another set of plates to re-leather for him. He's into Texas belts. This is a Texas Heavyweight Championship, which I did. It's a 3-plater. And I got the Milliken style tooling around the edges here. Let me put that light there. Let's give a view of it. Just a second. Can't twist the light down here. There we go. Sorry, I'm having technical issues. I'm loosening it, not tightening up. Sorry. Righty tighty, lefty loosey. Okay. So on the strap, like around here. On the strap, I did a custom Texas state shape on this. This is not a stamp. I just drew a outline of the state of Texas. I'm going to stamp that in there.
Oh wow, that came out good.
Thank you. Get out of the way, dog. There's your female snap boxes with my logo on the end of it. Yeah, this was an experiment, which actually turned out pretty well. And over in this end, I put 3 stars, which is a symbol of Texas as well, a big lone star. But there's 3 of them, so 3 lone stars. There's your male snap boxes. I love this. This is a pretty belt. Look at that paint.
Good looking belt for sure.
Yeah. This is like the 3rd Texas belt I've done for him. They're all beautiful. I don't know who the maker was.
Michael's actually watching right now.
Oh, good. Okay. Michael, I'll be shipping this belt hopefully tomorrow morning. If not, I'll get that to you Saturday. But I'm going to try to get it to you after lunch.
Man, you always nail that back. You always nail that backing.
Thank you.
Yep, sure does.
I'm using a different contact cement Antonio Mendoza recommended. And so far it's working out well. I had a little trouble getting used to it, but it's working out well for me now. There you are, Texas Heavyweight Championship. No particular company, just looks like just a custom set of plates, which are beautiful, by the way. And Mr. Kruth, I do appreciate you letting me do this work for you. It's tooling. So I thank you very much for your repeat business. And he's sending me another belt. So I can't remember what he told me it was, but there you have it. Okay. Let me fix the light again.
Hey, Mark,
that was nice.
I sent you another thing on your Instagram we could talk about tonight, too. It just came across my feed.
Okay. Okay, so now let's talk about Mr. Pressley, the guest of honor tonight. Now, you are known here lately for doing some custom modifications to belts.
Mm-hmm.
And I hope you have some of those belts there with you tonight we can take a look at.
Yeah. Well,
Okay.
first of all, I wanted a chance to do something. First of all, like and subscribe. I just wanted to do that.
Thank you.
It's nice to be on that end.
Put you on full screen so we can take. Oh, there it is. There it
Hey,
is.
I'm gonna send you a cease and desist for that. Hold on.
Stop! Don't.
From my trash can for it. Hold on.
Wow.
That is beautiful.
Right. So we got.
And I'll tell you what I said to the other guys. What that looks like to me is it looks like a belt for a bronze statue.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's
Exactly.
yeah, it's beautiful.
Beautiful belt.
You stripped all the paint. Did you strip the plating on it too, or just the paint?
So it depends on which belt. What I've been doing is I've been practicing on belts that have like plating issues and other different things like that because I'm trying to have an alternative or a resolution to when belts have stuff like belt cancer and stuff like that.
Oh, okay.
And so between many other crafts that I've been paying attention to, I found a few different things that you can use after you seal coat, especially when I do things like the texture. Because obviously when it's a texture job after the plating, then I'm gonna have to get into the plates. But a lot of the plates, if it's just a custom, I can seal coat the base plate and then do the wax finish like that as well. It doesn't have to be something that's messed up, but that's what I've been focusing on, is trying to find resolutions to different type of things beyond the first month of buying a belt. Because what I've noticed with like the belt hobby in general, there's a lot of talk about when you first get the belt, but a follow-up between 6 months, 12 months, understanding, especially if you live in a place like I live, where the Pacific Northwest, where you can have, you know what I'm saying, a lot of rain, different stuff like that, how
Lot of
to
humidity.
store, and even outside of belts that are already re-leathered, how you can do different things with the stock WWE straps and stuff like that. That's the stuff I'm trying to figure out.
I actually see two of my favorites in the background. One is on the left, the Intercontinental, and the Wing Eagle that you did.
Yeah, yeah. I can grab that
Nice.
real quick too. So
Yeah.
the Intercontinental was one that was a practice for something I didn't need to go into the plates. So with this one, since it's a base coat, I can strip it the same way you'd strip paint in general, and it can bring it back to what was
Wow.
before.
That thing is
Oh, that's-
fantastic, man. Ooh.
Unreal. That's gorgeous.
Is that a map? Or so it's
Yeah.
autographs.
It's a map.
Oh, it's a map. Okay.
Yeah. So the
Beautiful.
whole idea, I just try to play off the idea of classic Intercontinental. And so this one is almost like I'm working on a video right now located on a beach, because the idea is almost like something that's literally gone classic Intercontinental. So this is a map across the seas mostly.
That's awesome, man. That is
That is
awesome.
absolutely beautiful.
And then this is different leather. This isn't tooling leather. So this is all hand
Okay.
engraved.
Okay. Very nice. I've never seen a strap done quite that way. I love that. It's great.
That's why I like
Yeah.
it. It's outside the box. That's why I like it.
Yeah, exactly.
And it holds up. You put backing on the same way.
Yeah.
It's just understanding different materials, because right now I'm working on trying to get patents for a new thing that I designed for the hobby. I just can't really talk about it too much yet, but
Okay.
I've been going through a ton of materials to try to figure out different things to try to get cost low for something, because I found something that's also pretty common in the belt hobby that we all have the same issues with, and I think I found a resolution. I'll definitely talk about that when I can.
That's also on turn for
Cool, I
somebody who has
can't
an old
wait.
belt that's been abused over time, and that's the way of rehabbing it. So
Mhm.
Bring it
Yeah.
back. Bring it back to life.
I have to
you
interrupt you
go,
for a
homie.
second. I have to do something. There's Nor.
What's
Okay,
up, Nora?
now we can officially start.
Now the show is on.
We're official.
Hello, Nor. Mr. Scott Aaron's watching us both on Facebook and on YouTube. Hello, Scott. Hello, Oklahoman. So you're in the Pacific Northwest. Are you anywhere near Dustin King?
Yes, I believe he's in Puyallup, I believe, if he still is. I just, it's one of those situations I still haven't really met anybody in the hobby. I'm 100%, that's my goal for the next year, is to try. I'm thankful for being on this podcast. This is the first podcast I've ever been on. This is the first time actually talking to the majority of you one-on-one, or at least we're
Awesome.
live. But
Well, so far you're
this-
performing like a pro. So
Great
yeah,
to have.
thank you. And I think this is what's coolest out of the whole hobby, is being able to connect, being able to see different parts of the world, and being able to see difference of opinions and seeing what people create. You know, it's like this one. I'm working on this one right now. So this is a different finish. So this is
look
with
at
a white base coat. This is
Ooh,
from a phase 2 of, or actually phase 1 of different concept designs. This is taking stuff that already exists before and then integrating my style into it. So certain things like this is
Ooh,
my
man.
fist,
Here's
and
Ashley.
then
Hello.
some of this is stuff from the internet and trying to learn different aspects back a couple years ago on how to do
Gotta love
customs.
This is something I've never
That
seen
is
anybody else
awesome.
do. This is
It's
very
got a
unique.
Lion King feel to it.
Yeah. Hello, Ashley and Rylan, if Rylan's watching.
Not to
That's
be
symbols
confused with the Rafiki belt, okay?
Belt's a classic in its own mind. Yes.
Why did I start that?
Yeah, strike the pose.
Dude,
Oh man.
that is fantastic, man. I mean, I know I always make a comment when you post something, but I am very intrigued in your custom work, man.
Yeah,
I
very.
appreciate it.
Amazing.
And I'm sure you're not going to spill any secrets tonight. I was going to ask, but I know you're not going to do that. That's fine.
I'm
But
an open book. That's the thing. It's a lot of this. That's the biggest hurdle that I was running into early in the belt hobby. Where I was when I first got in versus now is completely different. Like when I first got in, no shade, no offense to anybody, but like when I first got on it, I got introduced through a YouTuber saying you should go through mock belts, and then from there you meet defensive people who are like, you shouldn't spend over $200, don't talk to people, don't trust people, and then it was like, wait, I don't want to do any of this. I kind of want to just kind of focus on customs. Let me get my creative flow going. And once I got into that, it's been great. It's been fantastic.
Well, it's a very unique take on re-leather or plating or whatever you want to call it. It's just I call it modding or modifications.
Modding and like Andy said, bringing an old belt back to life. You know what I mean? And he said it himself. If the plates are messed up or whatever, you bring a whole new life to that belt by what he does, and it's just fantastic the way he does this stuff.
Absolutely, you're carving yourself.
Mark said it himself.
Go ahead.
Well, and I've said,
like I said, it looks like a belt that belongs on a bronze statue.
It's a very unique niche you're carving out there for yourself. So I don't see you're going to have a whole lot of competition unless people figure out what you're doing there. Oh.
Well, and this is the beginning. Like I still want to talk to some makers to see if we can figure out how to, since we're CNCing belts, it'd be nice to try to see if we can see CNC stone. We don't even have to do metal plates. If we could try to figure out how to get a nice intricate stone.
Oh yeah.
I think that would be something that would be pretty cool too.
Absolutely.
Especially if it's belts that you're not doing 100% custom. You know, there's I'm personally to the point where it's really, don't get me wrong, it's really, 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 really awesome, no matter what day it is, no matter what time it is, to see a winged eagle. But I think you guys are kind of on the same page where you've kind of seen 872 of them. So anytime you get to see something that's like unique, you know, and not trying to chase perfection versus trying to find something that's perfect for you, you know what I mean? I think you find a lot of joy in a hobby like this once you start looking at stuff like that and testing your own creativity.
You need to post pictures of some of those belts in the group. Get considered for a picture. Didn't we do a picture a month for you or?
Yeah.
What, last month? Or?
Yeah, I knew we did, but I can't remember when. I can't
appreciate you, Tyler. I need to catch up on the comment.
Yeah. I'm just putting them up here. I forgot to shout out people. So, Tyler Dove, Kevin O'Keefe.
Appreciate you guys.
So, how long did it take you to figure out how to do this particular process?
Or
what was your journey like? I'll put it that way.
So I'm kind of mixed in between multiple different things that I'm working on, because right before the pandemic, I independently printed a children's coloring book, and I've been working on children's books. So I've been in design work, and I also went to school for music, so I know audio production. And right before the pandemic, not right before, but about a year before, somebody seen me with a belt that I had from Target. It was a life-size, I think a Jack Pacific Network logo. And somebody was like, hey, why don't you check out the Facebook groups? And right when I hopped in, I was like, oh man, this is it. And it's been an interesting process trying to figure out how to integrate different things as I'm figuring out the other processes, because once I design something in the design program that I have, it's the exact same one as my children's books. So as I'm looking through materials for the stuff that I'm working on, I see the stuff that I'm working on like that reacts with the same materials the same way as the ones that we use in this hobby, you know? So trial and error, you get to a point where you have enough, you know, starter belts to be like, let me try this out. Like this one, I'm not gonna, you know, dunk on the maker, but I ordered this a CNC belt, and it came in pretty curved. I had to fix it. Posts were broken, and then every single plate, not just one side to the other, every single plate was a different size. So I had to figure out different ways of different shaving it down. I also work in maintenance and renovations as well. So a lot of the tools that I have, I said, you know, let me try to figure this stuff out. Worst comes to worst, I have a belt that wasn't really going to be doing anything with in the first place. So I believe in myself. And
Kevin O'Keefe wants to know: have you antiqued the crumb run yet? And he would be interested to see that. Is that on your list to do?
I want to try to do every single belt. That's the goal. I just got done with my network logo. That was the most time consuming. That's the first time I tried to do a whole hand engraved strap. Let me grab that one real quick.
Ashley's gonna post cup info in my group. I'm not sure she's in your group, Andy, but it'll be in White Bezel Belts.
She's welcome to, or I'll invite her if she can.
Okay, I'll take her post and share it in your group.
Okay.
Ooh, you did a network logo. Ooh.
Wow, that is gorgeous. Look at that.
Wow.
So that's
If they had wrestling back in the old West days, these would be perfect.
Just unreal. That's just gorgeous.
Now, does that leather come engraved like that, or do you actually do that yourself?
No, this was 6 hours, not straight, but this was 6 hours of all freehand.
Wow.
There was no plan into it.
Wow.
A lot of patience.
Yeah.
And then, another unique thing that you can do, I got a 2x7 and 2x8 because my son was born on the 7th and I was born on the 8th. So
okay.
More stuff that you can do that's cool within the belt hobby, you know what I'm saying? You customize your own stuff, but you got your
very nice
hand stitch border. That's the first thing that I did on this. And that's what kind of
you hand stitch that. That takes a lot of time, a lot of patience.
Yeah.
Now, what do you have there underneath the network logo center plate?
This is my second version of a custom base plate that I made. So the first one I did an economy version just on one of my first YouTube videos, just kind of show that you can make a base plate out of cardboard and fabric. This one is out of wood material, and then I cut it to have it more sharper edges closer to the plate.
Looks great.
And then I used hemp wick to hand stitch it, polished hemp, I should say. So you can get even with the
incredible.
It is. I'm jealous.
Is that bronze stitching?
It is a regular brown, and then it is a light tan combo. And so sitting with this, so the strap is usually about brown, but once you go into it, it gets lighter. So that's why, since it's so detailed, it kind of gives that feeling of more of an orange.
Yeah. That's crazy, man. That's awesome.
Michael Caruth wants to know, he said he would send you a dome globe to be done. So
yeah. That's what I'm getting set up right now, is being able to, because the first thing I want to do is check these things out. Like, this is one of our next videos this is one of the first ones that I did, and just making sure stuff holds up over time, since it is a different material, you can't really get, any much more checking than that. And this has been to the beach. This has been to the forest. I go outside. Same with the plating or the painting and all that. Just trying to make sure I do my due diligence on checking this stuff out before I say, hey, this is something that I'm thinking about, making available. So
Kevin O'Keefe says, did you seal the wood or to give it some gloss? I don't think he meant wood, but.
Oh, no. There's kind of no wood that's showing on that belt. I have a fabric insert on top of that. So there's.
Oh, he's talking about the network logo. Okay.
Yeah.
I was watching comments when paying much attention. Sorry.
So I just put it's the same fabric. Because that's the other lovely thing. Once you buy a yard of something or 2 yards of something, you can use it so it's the same fabric.
So that map is fabric. Okay, that's interesting.
Yeah. So I'll give you a little hint of how I figured that out. So there's another fabric. Hold on, I'll be right back.
I'm trying to think what hodgepodge or Mod Podge. Just want to think about Mod Podge, which is a way of putting stuff like that on there.
There's that too, but for the fabrics, and I learned the hard way, because I first infused this stuff Ultra Bond, Heat and Bond.
Oh, okay.
So as long as it's a smooth surface leather, especially with this type of leather, as long as you have your layout, you attach it to the fabric, and then you can heat and seal it to this. And this has been pried at. You can bend it. It's not going anywhere.
I wonder if you could do it
If
with
you
back.
wanted to, you could take it off, but that's kind of the thing, you know. If you're
Right.
putting that much effort to dismantle a belt, you might as well just dismantle a belt.
Yeah. I wonder if you could do it with backing too. That'd be
One of these actually has that as a test.
okay. That'd work out.
It's been holding up. It's been
Okay.
holding up. But I usually do glue just because it's
Yeah.
not really needed for the backing. I learned the hard way on this one because once you put this, it's heat and bond. So once I put it, I tried to then burn it, not thinking about the heat resistance because it's heat and bond. So you're not going to be able to torch it like before. So
Right. Okay.
that was a learning curve for that.
All right. How long you been in the hobby? When did you get in the hobby?
2018, 2019, somewhere around there.
About the time I did. Okay.
Yeah, I got into wrestling young, but it wasn't until somebody saw me. I had a Jack's Pacific belt from Target. I thought that was the coolest thing in the world.
I think we all did.
Yeah, and then somebody was
Um,
like, "Hey, there's Facebook groups out there you can check out." And I was like, "Oh man, let me check this out."
What did you when you were a kid? What wrestling did you watch growing up?
WWE, WWF. Yeah.
Okay, I got you. LOAD Terry.
What's up, AD?
Gentleman I scammed just last week. He got his side plate from the other party, so everybody's all good now.
You're rip-off artist.
I know.
What's wrong with you, Mark?
Mark Maggart.
Come on,
I
Mark.
couldn't help it. It was
You're a
there.
very bad man,
Sending a
Mark
belt with
Maggart.
one plate missing. What's wrong with you?
Yeah. Well, he didn't pay for the extra plate. No, he traded that one side plate with the other guy, so I shipped AD the belt without the plate. I shipped the plate to the other party, and the other party shipped the other plate to AD. It took my plate 2 days to get out to that guy, and it took his plate almost a little over a week to get to AD, which wasn't his fault. It just stuck in the shipping that long.
USPS, yeah.
Yeah.
I just seen one of my favorite belts in his hand now.
Okay, so yeah, okay, yeah. Richard has one of those, and you got it on the green strap. Look at that.
Excuse me.
Is that strap painted or dyed?
I didn't do the strap.
Okay.
I had to. So I got this built in, and there was a post that was broken, and there's a few other things with over time. Because one of my goals was to keep this to be able to figure out how to do posts without just doing quick fixes. And so I got that done. And once I got to the things that were wrong with the plates, I ended up just going ahead and getting the plates done. The leather works great. The belt wasn't really bad. This maker has gone on to do mostly HD belts from here on out.
Thank you, Ashley. Appreciate that.
Did you do those snaps, or was the snaps originally that color?
No, I did the snaps. Because with this one, taking the concept of the European belt, I did an ivory base, and then I took European gold finish, and then I did a red metallic flake, and I liked it because of how thin it can usually sit. The paint, and I almost wanted to sit like it's almost like blood stained.
Kind of looks like, even the logo kind of looks like a wood grain. That's what that looks like a wood, like a carving.
Well, yeah. what I was going to say was I talked about the other belt looking like a bronze statue. This looks like more something that going like a Greek statue.
And that's the thing. It's just different base finishes gives the finish a different look, and it's a metallic rub, so
they're very unique but beautiful. Very unique but beautiful.
Thank you.
Definitely a departure from the norm. So thinking outside the box.
Yeah, I figure that's a good, alternative if because you always see it every day. Somebody saying, "Hey, what's up with these spots?" or "Hey, what's up with this? Can I do something with this plate? What can I do with this belt now that the hype is down and I realize that I need to take care of it?" you know, what from here on out, instead of just giving the alternative to, hey, just go sell it before people figures it out. Like, no, let's, you know, let's take some time, test your creativity, see what we can do.
You need to start your own
Bring it back to life,
podcast.
man.
Yeah, you need to start your own podcast and call it Extreme Makeover Belt Edition.
Sold.
Yeah. If you ever want to do videos or pictures or anything like that showing your processes, you're welcome to do that in Wild World of Belts.
Sounds good.
I know some leather guys do that. Some restoning guys do that, and this is a different take on belt making or belt modifications. So feel free to share any videos you have, even finished products. You know.
Yeah, I started a YouTube channel and I started putting up videos, and I'm doing it segmented out instead of dropping a full length, like 15-minute video of here's a look at it, here's explaining it, here's this. Instead of you getting logged into, if you want to just see how I did the process, I'm just going to do a process belt, first look view, and then explanation video. And so that way you could just pick and choose what you're actually interested in. If you don't want to hear me talk, you just want to see, you know, me put together a video, then I'll put that out. If you want a, you know, more in-depth look, especially if it's something that I can give information on, because that's what's really cool is anytime you figure something out, somebody's like, hey, how'd you do that? And you just share it and you see them do it. That's almost better than when you did it. Cause it's like, oh man, now you're seeing other people doing something in the hobby that you're in.
Yep.
It's like tipping the cap to you.
Yeah, my hat's off to you as well. I'm not wearing one, but it's off. Thank you for sharing your work with us. I was going to ask you, I think Richard might have mentioned it, but that European title is Richard's favorite. What is your favorite belt?
Oh, that's a hard question.
Okay, I'll make it easy for you.
We always ask on this show.
Out of your customs, what is your favorite custom that you've done?
So it's tied right now. This is actually an easy answer because I designed 2 specific titles between 2 different deaths. I lost my grandma and my grandpa within the time that I've been in the belt hobby. And so version 1 and version 2 of themselves came about.
Wow.
And both of these.
Now that one.
Any of that have to do with your family crest?
Yeah. So this is
platinum. That looks like a Viking style belt. Kinda.
Yeah. So the idea of this one is almost like a
or medieval
play on the castle. Yeah. Because that's what my logo's playing off of.
Yeah. Okay.
Is a crown. The whole basis of it is you're your own ruler of your own artistic kingdom. And that's what it all represents.
There you go.
This one is done by Rizwan the Great. He is somebody that has helped me out a lot in the belt hobby. Because once he sat down, he was like, nope, you should check this out. Or I think you can save yourself by going this direction, or this is what I think. I try to get him to give input because I know how to do different vectorizing of files and stuff like that, but just seeing what he can do with a design that I did as well.
Those medallions sure stand out. They're like a grommet style, but they're medallions. Very, very beautiful.
And that's version 2.
And I don't think nobody would ever thought about doing the crocodile skin for the front. That makes it stand out as well.
The only one I ever saw like that was at the map style NWA-US.
Well, what's awesome too about it is not only did he do the front, but this is why I like working with Rizwan too, because we got the stitching that matches the backing, and then the back stitch matches the front.
Wow.
Now, how the heck does he do that?
He had to do the backing separate and then put it on the belt after he stitched the front.
That makes sense. Okay.
Yeah.
Why nothing?
And that's what's fun, because once I see that, then I'm like, man, I gotta go figure something out. I need to do something. But this one was version 1. Both of these belts came from when Roman Reigns was first going to win both the belts. And people were talking about what are they going to do to combine the belts. And one of the things that got me with designing, before I even got into designing completely, is when you look at belts, this is just how my brain works. When you look at belts that have existed and you see different wrestlers either wear it this way or wear the logo facing the other way, I'm like, man, which way are you supposed to have the top and the bottom on your shoulder? So when I started tackling, especially when it's the double champ, I ended up putting the 2 crowns on. So no matter which way you hold it,
it looks symmetrical. Okay.
Yeah. And even this is a removable plate.
Oh, okay. Is it spin or is just turn?
No, I was just moving it just to show.
Okay.
But the idea is anybody who actually unified that's where your logo plate can go.
Nice.
Wow.
Anthony Myers, is he a regular viewer? Because I'm sorry, name doesn't ring a bell. Says you're a gift to the hobby. Positive vibes, great work, and original ideas. Don't stop doing amazing things, bro. The hobby needs a breath of fresh air. I agree.
I appreciate that.
I agree more.
I agree.
Appreciate that a lot. It's motivating.
Now, have you considered or entertained the thought of doing custom work for customers, or just your own belts? Or
no, that's I've had quite a few people ask about the commission for all this stuff. Whether it be repairing belts or modifying.
I was wondering.
And I've just been trying to make sure I got all my ducks in a row and figuring all this stuff out. I could have started 6 months ago when I first got the big one done, the Pacific Northwest done, but I really want to make sure this.
You have excellent cheekbones, by the way. According to Kevin O'Keefe.
It's the Native American.
Okay, Tony. I knew that name rang a bell. I'm sorry. I used to see you under that name. Okay. But it's beautiful work you do. You can only go up from here, so I look forward to seeing even bigger improvements. But that is a damn great start. Beautiful work.
One of the things I have coming in just to help with the prototype that I'm making too is a 3D printer. So I'm looking to also open that as a possibility. If we can start 3D printing plates as an option too.
Yeah.
It's just another avenue. It doesn't have to replace anything. It's like a YouTube video I'm working on right now. I posted in some of the groups trying to get people to share some of the network logos, but I got a pitch. I got a whole entire segment that I want to start called Dear WWE, and it's just different talking points that can be, positive, productive conversation. If they hear it, cool. If they don't, it's, I'm saying at least you're vocalizing as the consumer saying, hey, I think this would be a good idea.
Right.
Like, I think one of the coolest things that they've done is evolve their belts, and I feel like the belt hobby kind of has a hand in that because they've rapidly evolved once technology evolved and the availability of different projects started coming up. And right when they got to a peak, right when they started putting the 3D belts out, they started covering the backing. And one of the things I'm talking about is potentially seeing if they can even open it up to being able to have a tier list. So they already have limited editions out. I don't think it would hurt if they did a solid run of like 500 to 1,000 of covered. And then after that, it's almost like the Pokemon collection or anything like that. You could put the second editions out, and you can even have a plate only option. I don't think any of those type of things hurt.
Okay. Nora wants to know if you consider doing Nora wants to know if you have any interest to do an antique IWGP V5. V5.
That would be cool. Right now, under my bed, because I have a few belts that have literally been sitting in line, I have a V4.
That's what I'm looking forward to seeing you do is the V4.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That's my favorite belt of all time.
I have one from, I think it was one of my earlier belts that I got from either like a raffle or something. I can't remember which, but that's been sitting in what can you do with a stacked belt?
Yeah. The V4 is my favorite Japanese belt. I had one. I ended up scamming AD Terry by selling it to him. and one of the side plates fell off. I knew it was
Be
loose.
sure to
but
share your YouTube page on the group too, as well, Jason.
yes. Go ahead and do that, please.
We'll do. We'll do.
Platinum's antagonizing Chris Reigns.
I've always talked to Jayson, and thank you for what you've done for the hobby. Your range of creativity is unmatched, man. And I've always told you that. We've had conversations. You know, you always ask for my input. I appreciate that you consider, my opinion on what you do. But your creative mind is unmatched in this hobby. I can't say anyone else in this hobby has what you offer, and you're willing to share it, and you're willing to contribute to the hobby, man. You leaving it better than you found it. You come into this
There
hobby
you go.
and always have been an asset to the hobby, and always have brought positivity to the hobby. And that's just coming from me. Other people can share that sentiment, man, but we appreciate you, man.
Yes,
Thank
we
you.
do.
Thank you for what you've done.
And I've been wanting to get you on the show for some time, and I
Thanks
kept forgetting to ask. But I'm so happy you came on tonight.
Yeah, I greatly appreciate it.
Man,
It's a big difference from when I first got in. It wasn't bad when I came in, but once I started thinking, I got an understanding of the belt hobby. The Eddie Williams situation happened, and then a whole bunch of. And one of my makers I was working with directly was completely tied to him. So even when I got over the hump of figuring out getting over the bad information that you could pick up from just a quick YouTube video to the quick people you can meet in a belt hobby to then having a situation like that and having to remove yourself from a maker and then finding somebody like Rizwan, it's been a fun road, and I'm interested to talk to a lot of people. I think there's some people that kind of did this. Funny thing is, me and Gary Sutton actually headbutted a little bit. Me and him are really cool now. We talk as much as we can.
Gary and I talk.
And
I like Gary.
yeah, I try to talk to as many people as I can. It's just having opportunities like this makes it great. It's awesome being able to talk to you guys.
Well, it's good to have you on
it's
here.
Awesome to get you on the show, man.
Yeah,
We
it's a
appreciate
pleasure
you
to
taking
have
time
you.
out of your
Like
day.
Ben said,
No, I appreciate you taking time out of your day to join us. I really do.
Yeah.
And you're talking about
like Ben said, your mind is so with the belts.
Yeah. You mentioned Eddie Williams a while ago. As bad as that was, and that was a bad deal that affected a lot of people in the hobby.
Mm-hmm.
As bad as that was, there's so much more good in the hobby. And I don't think that gets pointed out as often. So
and that was the difference, is being able to see stuff like that, and then being able to take that shift and being like, okay, let's just talk about stuff that we're interested in, and let's get back to creativity. I didn't really have a problem with Eddie. I didn't have a direct work with him. It's just one of the makers I was working with was also tied to that, and a good amount of the belts that were in that last list of why I needed to upgrade them, ironically, was the reason why I stepped away. But if that didn't happen, I wouldn't be able to have belts like that to work on. So
yeah,
it's a it's
right.
one of those situations.
Right. Yeah. Well, again, we appreciate you joining us tonight, and you're more welcome to stay for the rest of the show if you want to. We're going to move on to some other stuff, but thank you so much for showing your work. It's impressive. It's beautiful. It's unique. It's not something you see every day, and just keep it up. And I just see bigger and better things for you.
Definitely.
I appreciate it. I'm available if you guys want me to stay on. I'm definitely here to hear you guys talk. I talked a lot, so
absolutely. Just enjoy the fruit basket.
You, man.
Just enjoy the fruit basket we left in the green room for you.
Now, hour number 2 gets a little different.
Well, we're gonna try to keep it tame. We're gonna try to keep it tame.
Try.
Don't forget about the green. Don't forget I had to pick out all the green M&Ms for him too. And put them in the dressing room.
Yeah.
If you guys don't mind me saying though, I took time to try to figure something out. How my brain works is once I get on something, especially if it's a common problem for people, I try to problem solve it. And I found something that multiple people have a very common issue with, and that spanned into me making multiple versions already of a certain product, and I'm on version 4, and it is now turned into a multi-purpose product, and it is going to potentially bring jobs and opportunities for people to make stuff in the hobby as well.
Nice.
So the other day marked day 0. I have more equipment coming in to do stuff that I can't do by hand, and hopefully I'll have a prototype within the month to be able to price out. And I'm going to try to keep it consumer priced and independent. And I think it's going to be very cool, not only for it being something that's going to be completely helpful, but to see the opportunity to have somebody have multiple people who are creative make stuff, leather workers, other 3D printer people, other designers are going to be able to make product to go along with this. So I'll keep everybody posted as much as I can.
Awesome. Just keep us posted. And again, I
Jayson,
can
if
probably
I
speak
could-
for Andy, and I can speak for Ben. Probably, I'll let them speak for themselves. But you're more than welcome to post anything regarding the hobby, regarding your work, in any projects you got going on in any of our groups anytime.
Right.
Oh, he's very interactive in CBB, so
Yeah.
very active, and we appreciate that, man. Thank you. Continue
do.
what you're doing, man.
We do. Yes.
Appreciate
Yeah,
it. Appreciate
Jayson,
you guys.
Jayson, you have a brilliant mind. I could see you going far in the future with what you're doing now and where you could go from now, and just the stuff that's going on in your head and you bring to life. I can tell there's nothing that you haven't thought of yet that's going to be out in the future, and we're going to see it everywhere soon.
Yeah. I just want to tell Jayson, I love what you're doing, and above all else, thanks for sharing with everybody.
And you guys gave me my first podcast appearance. This is stuff that I want to do, is be able to connect with people and be able to have this conversation. It's one thing being in messages, but it's another thing being able to just have a full length conversation with people. Anybody who's watching this, if you want to hit me up, feel free to hit me up. I'm always down to talk, especially on creative stuff. And one more important thing to point out is like and subscribe.
We appreciate that. You mentioned a YouTube channel. What's the name of your YouTube channel?
Jayson Pressley 253. So
Jayson
it's just
Pressley
like how my name's spelled on the screen with 253.
Okay. All right. Be sure you check that out. I'm sure there'll be more coming. So
Go over there and like and subscribe him also.
yes, absolutely.
Creative mind right here. This man
Yes.
right here.
Yes.
It's right here.
Appreciate you guys.
When I hit you up to come on the show, you weren't sure about your camera, your sound, or anything like that. I think you're onto a good start. You sound great.
Thank
you look
you,
great.
thank you.
So
Yeah, I got studio equipment. I was gonna bring out a mic, but I wanted to try out just the laptop and the headphones, just because I knew I was gonna get up and down, getting belts off the wall.
okay.
Shared a fraction of the belt, so
There you
we
go.
can show more the next time.
All right. Well, we're happy to have you on again sometime as you come up with some new projects. So
Sounds good.
all right, stay in touch, and like I said, stay on, stay with us. We're gonna move on to some of the other stuff. Let me pull up my notes here. The one thing I mainly want to talk about, there's not a whole lot to talk about here, but there's a big announcement that has come from Billy Corgan, the owner of the NWA. He's announced that there's a new TV deal, or he signed a new TV deal, or it's in the works. He has not announced details, which didn't work or anything like that. But hopefully they can bring the NWA to regular TV and get it off the app where everybody can enjoy it. So
Hopefully that's it.
yes. Hopefully more details will be coming out soon. I think that would be a good step in the right direction for the NWA that really needs to climb back into the race. They were making great strides. They had some momentum going until COVID hit, and they shut down and lost all the momentum they had.
Yep. And good.
Yeah. I still think he needs a better booking team, but
Yeah, I agree.
Right.
What else we got? Cash Wheeler, he had been arrested and booked for a road rage incident, which he pulled I guess he pulled a pistol out on somebody.
Yeah.
And just noticed read the other day that the charges have been dropped. That deal. It says He will not face aggravated assault with a firearm. He'll only be headed to trial for case for 20 charge of aggravated assault with a firearm. The prosecution entered a declaration of nolo prosequi. This typically means that the case will be dropped. The reasoning for this move is unclear at this time. So I don't know if the victim just declined to press charges or what. But with that declaration, the prosecution is no longer looking to move forward to bring him to trial, meaning he's free to move forward without any legal issues linked to this situation. So, and this announcement came just a day before a pretrial was set to commence for the upcoming hearing. So will we see him back in the ring soon? Hopefully. Yeah, you and me both, Nor. You and me both, Nor.
Isn't Queen and King of the Ring this weekend?
I don't know. Is it?
Or is that next weekend?
Well, you talking about the finals, or are you talking about because the whole pay-per-view over in?
Oh no, Saudi Arabia is this weekend. That's right.
Is that the finals of King of the Ring?
I think it is the Queen and King of the Ring.
That's the title of the whole pay-per-view is King and Queen of the Ring. So.
Well, I don't know if you have that, Mark. Did you pull up what I sent you or no?
Oh, no, I didn't look at it. Let's see. Did you send it to me individually or in the chat?
I sent it to your Instagram.
Oh,
that's
okay.
what it pulled up on my feed.
Oh, okay. Let me look.
It was breaking news, so it's one of the matches that are going to be in the King and Queen of the Ring.
Okay. All right. Okay. You talking about Tiffany Stratton?
Yep.
Okay. Belair versus Tiffany Stratton is now not advertised for the Queen of the Ring tournament, as per the backlash Stratton is receiving for a post on social media regarding some things she said about Jade Cargill. I heard about that, but I didn't hear what she said.
I didn't either.
Does anybody know what she said?
I can't deny or confirm, but I'm having a feeling it had to do with something racial. That was said over social media.
Okay. It's been taken down. That's why I couldn't see it.
Yeah, I haven't seen her hurt anything, but we'll just watch out for the next couple of days and see what comes out.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm just Vinny Carquito sent me something. I'll be because of the shows. Thanks, Vinny, for sharing that.
I thought that would be important because
Uh-oh.
WWE, like I said, they just took it down.
Jermaine, will that have the fire alarm in the background?
The cricket chirp? The cricket chirp?
What fire alarm?
Oh, you're good.
Be sure to like and subscribe.
A t-shirt. Somebody suggested.
Oh, I'm passing.
Like and subscribe.
Brian, that's going to be a hard pass for me.
I don't buy pay-per-views. I just don't. Mainly because, one, of the cost, and two, because I just don't have the time to devote to watch it. So, what's this theme? Like and subscribe? All right. So Tiffany Stratton, I guess maybe she's being suspended, maybe?
She just got called up.
Yeah.
I think she's on ice until they figure this all out.
Yeah. I want to read a couple of quotes I forgot to read this while ago. I was talking about the NWA TV deal. Billy Corgan was quoted. I'm going to read a couple of different quotes here. He said, "I just signed another TV deal, which I haven't announced yet. I saw someone in wrestling media wave off of the NWA success. Someone in wrestling media wave off the NWA success. But I don't know a lot of companies out there that have 3 television deals as an independent solely funded by me." So 3 television deals? Okay. Then he also said, "We're really fighting a lot of wars here, not only to create a wrestling product that fans will like, but also to beat the world's perception that it can't be done. That unless you have $1 billion in your pocket, you can't manifest enough energy. But What people don't understand is I'm one of the only people in the world who understands how to take something literally from nothing and take it to the top of the mountain multiple times. I know it can be done with faith, dedication, and hard work. It will be interesting to see the behind the scenes stuff going on, which, by the way, is not work, but true and honest stuff that is happening. I insist on real and organic storylines. It will be interesting to see if people perceive that as integrity or weakness on the part of the company. I think it's a strength because we have nothing to hide. So he's taking some shots at, I guess, the WWE. Oh, there's one more quote here. This is kind of interesting. After the cocaine spot where Sinister Minister and his hot minions were storing sugar off a table in Cleveland, that story took a life of its own. Everybody remember that little spot?
Oh, yeah.
NWA is going to lose its CW deal. They've lost their CW deal, Corgan said. And about 4 days after the event, CW, I don't want to say who, but certainly one of the top people in CW called me and said, "What is this all about?" And I said, "I don't know because no one from your world has reached out to me." He says, "There's no problem over here. We're reading all these articles. We don't understand what the issue is." And I said, "Okay, so just to be official about it, there's no issue with what we did." They go, "No, we think it's funny." So there is no issue. It was a completely invented story, either by a troll inside the company or a leaker or something. I'd forgotten about that cocaine spot till this came up. So
They were set to be on the CW network, and then when that happened, they're suddenly going to be on the CW app. So it had to have some kind of,
yeah.
No.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, there's a racial slur mentioned, but I didn't realize it was in a bed. Okay. Yeah, we're getting somebody's getting bad feedback. I'm not sure who it is, but
Jason, do you have a waterfall or a fish tank in the background?
Yeah.
oh, okay.
Okay,
Yeah, I
that's probably what it is.
can turn that off. My bad.
Okay, that's all right.
No worries. We just wanted to make sure we weren't going crazy.
It's easy for me to turn off. My turtle won't mind.
I think this question is more geared for Ben.
I knew it had.
That is partly true because the title was defended. When Hulk Hogan won it, he had one title defense, which he lost to Antonio Inoki.
Okay.
It was initially supposed to be a tournament championship, but they had a physical belt. The IWGP V1 reused again later as the V1 also. That championship. So for those that's gonna debunk or try to discredit it, Hulk Hogan is the first IWGP heavyweight champion. Notice I didn't say world. He's the first generation IWGP heavyweight champion. Look it up. Google it.
Be sure to like and subscribe.
Because I'm going to get somebody in here. Oh, no, he wasn't. He was the first champion.
Mm-hmm.
So.
What's up, Will?
He is credited as the first IWGP champion.
Not yet, Vinny. It's apparently shipped out. The maker did not send me tracking like he said he would, but I did get notification from UPS that something's coming from overseas. So hopefully I'll have it next week.
And my replacement inmate is on its way. So
awesome.
We'll see.
Nor has an opinion on Billy Corgan, and he's right. You had Nick Aldis, you let him go. Mm-hmm. No offense to Tim Storm, Trevor Murdoch, and Funkasaurus.
Trevor Murdoch was not bad. Is he world champion material?
No.
Yeah,
Funkasaurus, we're not even gonna go there. And Tim Storm is like 190 years old. He's not gonna carry a company, not at this stage of his life. He was pretty decent champion, but
he's not gonna put butts in seats.
All this was it. Out of any NWA champion over the last 5 years or so, all this, and for his short run, Cody Rhodes, was pretty decent as a champion.
Yep. Was his champion for about a month, wasn't he?
Yeah, but he still drew a good attention for that.
Yeah.
Can I wear it up? He's on my V4.
He's on mine too.
I can't remember if he was on mine or not. Probably.
They just did because they try to make it a generational title. If you look up IWGP Heavyweight Champion, there's different different versions, different I'm trying to think of the word to use. But when you look it up, you will see a picture of Hulk Hogan with the title when he had the Ichiban robe on. And with the slash across it or sash or whatever it's called. But he was the first IWGP Heavyweight Champion. They just didn't put his name on the plate.
I'll be back, guys. Keep talking.
And then, but he did have one title defense, and it was Antonio Inoki. So how is he not a champion if he defended the title? That doesn't make any sense.
So the figure they came out with WWE was that the year he wore, Ben?
That was so Hogan did different tours in Japan. When he wore most of his tours in Japan, he wore black tights with the Ichiban logo, and then that's the Ichiban on the T-shirt. That's what he was known as. Another fun fact: the atomic leg drop was not his finisher. Anybody in the chat could tell me what his finisher was and what's the name of it? I'll quiz the chat. It's a move in his move. No, it's a move in his move set that when he wrestled. But that was his finisher in Japan. Let's see if anybody can tell me what it is and what's the name of it.
Cue the Jeopardy music.
Right.
Hold on.
Know that. And I'm a Hulk Hogan fan.
Hogan, there we go. Not a complete wrestler, but
like and subscribe. Hey.
There you go.
Oh, we got an answer
right there. That's the correct answer. The X-Bomber. The running clothesline was his finisher in Japan.
Wow.
Yeah, go look at if you can find his matches on YouTube. It's a totally different Hulk Hogan. He was throwing drop kicks and all kind of stuff over
with Muda. The one I saw was with Muda.
Oh, the one with Muda was
I know what I'm watching tomorrow.
But he was more strong style in that even with that match with Muda than he was American style. So there's different styles recognizing over in Japan. But he was more strong style. What they wrestle in New Japan. He was more strong style over there. So yeah, catch his matches on YouTube. I also run a Japanese wrestling group with Rashandi Washington, and we have clips in there. And I believe I put some clips in there of Hogan wrestling in Japan. So yeah, he's a whole totally different wrestler when he went over there.
Then you want to smack Chris on the side of the head.
I'm
just kidding, Chris.
Send me the link for that. Send me the link for that.
He says he's not trying to cause trouble. Smack you on the side.
You are. You're a big old troublemaker, Chris. You know what? Give me my belt back.
He's not selling
Give me my belt back. Send it back. You have my address. It's on that box. No, I'm just kidding with you, man. No, we know.
Love you, Chris. We love you.
Yeah, man. Thank you, man.
Yeah,
you always, man. Always great conversation, man.
Yeah, how much you want for those belts, by the way?
Yeah, I think Platinum wants to do a mass order.
Yeah.
Platinum's
on a mission to buy those belts.
Right. I got you, Platinum. So yeah, it's just he was a different style of wrestler over there. Hogan will tell you that himself. There was an interview years ago where he put over the IWGP title over the WWF title.
Yeah, that's
He
crazy.
straight said it in the interview at a
Oh
postmaster.
yeah, that's right.
The Hogan the IWGP title Ichiban. He said it. Number 1.
Yeah, the Winged Eagle. He went after the Winged Eagle.
Yeah. Yeah. He put down.
Brian,
He
Brian
basically
was
put down
right.
the WWF title. So,
Wow.
Yeah, Vince did limit his moves here. That's for sure, Scott.
oh yeah, they patted everybody down when
Yeah,
they got here. Even Muda.
Had to do exactly what
Even
Vince
Muda.
said, or you're not in there.
Muda was more violent over in Japan than he was here in the States. He probably was told to tone it down.
Well, what about the sheep herders? They were a whole different animal.
Oh man, I'm not even gonna go there, bro. The Bushwhackers and sheep herders are 2 different tag teams.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the sheep herders.
2 different tag teams.
Then they became.
That's night and day right there.
They became a cartoon character.
Right.
Absolutely.
Whoa! Don't bother asking.
I was waiting for that. So how much? I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
Platinum's taking. Okay, not for.
Hey guys,
right.
we got a first-time viewer, Will. I don't want to butcher his last name. Gonzalez is watching.
Will Gonzalez, yes. Okay.
I
Thank you
think
for watching. Welcome to the show.
I think he's watched us before.
Yeah, I thought so.
Yeah, I mean, even thank you for watching.
Like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe.
Platinum taking. Okay. Yeah.
Look at Andy with all the theoreaxics over there.
I want to see these 2 guys in a Hell in a Cell match. Platinum and Chris.
Yeah. I'm gonna throw the kendo stick. I'm gonna throw the kendo sticks over the top of the cage.
Yeah.
Or slide them through the little slots.
Platinum's finisher will be the final offer.
Yeah.
and then Chris will no sell it.
Yeah, no sell. That's his finisher.
No sell. There you go.
Aha!
Okay. Yeah. Richard saw Will Gonzalez pop up in the comments, and Richard was thinking to himself,
"Who the fuck is that guy?"
Is the second hour coming up?
Yeah, we're in the second hour. Oh, yeah, we're in the second hour. Thanks for reminding me, man. Because I was
not yet. Not yet. It's still early.
It's 8:08.
No, it ain't. It's 7 after, 8 after.
Yeah.
Oh, we're behind.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, just as a reminder, this show is sponsored. Huh?
I told Richard he put some new batteries in that clock.
Yeah. This show is sponsored by Mark Leather Championship Belt Leathering. Yours truly. By the way, I did the leather on that belt of the week. If I can tell you that. By Ashley Southern Designs. And just an example of her work. She doesn't just do T-shirts. She does custom cups. This is the Spanning the Globe cup. This is not a Stanley cup, by the way, but it is made very similar. It is powder coated, and she takes her laser and takes off the powder coat in this design. And this is like a black chrome. You can't see the shine in it, but it's like black chrome. On the back, she put the Marvelous one just for me.
Yeah, you can see it reflecting.
Because I'm her daddy. So she very nice. And the whole the ice
like and subscribe.
And I don't want to misquote her, but I thought she told me these cups are like $30 a piece. So if you want one, just hit her up.
I need a Grandpa Club.
There's my Richard Nixon pose right here. I'm not a crook. I'm a scammer, but I'm not a crook. That's for AD.
Andy.
Look at Andy. Andy always has to outdo everybody.
Oh dear.
Confetti and everything.
Oh, I got this right. You don't have enough money? That's okay. I have an EBT card now.
He's ready, Chris. He's ready to buy.
Yeah.
Come on.
I miss some.
Now.
He's trying every payment form available, and he's still not getting anywhere.
He forgot Facebook Pay. He didn't mention Facebook Pay yet.
Yeah, Facebook Pay.
Yeah, Facebook Pay. Or the pay-as-you-go method. I think that's a new popular one, isn't it, Ben?
What's up, Kevin?
Yeah.
Kevin is home wrestling.
Hey, Kevin.
you.
Take care,
Hey, Kevin.
bud. Yeah,
Yep.
take care, bud.
Okay. Let me see if I can catch up on the. There we go. Okay, Jim Mills sent me. I got his name right this time. Jim Mills sent me a winged eagle. It's just the W logo. It's not the WWF or WWE. It's just the WW logo. And I thought it was a shop belt, but it's actually a maker belt from overseas. So I'm gonna start that one. And I also got an Aldous Dome Globe from another customer. And I'm sorry, the name escapes me. His first name's Chris. I'm gonna start on that one this weekend and the winged eagle. And so,
I have a good question for you.
Okay.
I want some good advice from you guys. How do you guys balance creating with consuming? Because a lot of the stuff, like even your group, Ben, that you mentioned, I had no clue you had that other group, and that's what kills me half the time. Is like you spend so much time creating. Once you get into the groups, it's just like, oh man, I missed hours, let alone days. Depending on if you're able to get it in on a regular basis. So I want to try to make sure I stay up with. I don't know what your guys' routines are. I'm trying to make sure.
Don't overload yourself. Don't overload yourself. Have
Don't
fun.
overload yourself.
Yeah.
Stick
Above all
with
else,
your
have
passion.
fun.
Yeah, and have fun.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That's
Have
number
fun.
one thing. You got to be having fun.
Like I said,
If it starts feeling like a job, then maybe you shouldn't do it.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, it's not like that. I just I feel bad when it's you take so much time in creating. You kind of like, oh man, so many people have dope stuff that I want to check out, and it's not like you don't want to. It's just once you get the time, it's just like, oh, let me add this to the list.
Yeah.
Right.
Only so many hours in the day. You do the best
Right.
you can.
Yeah.
Well, like me, what Kevin said it best, family first. We are getting ready to take a vacation first week of June, which, by the way, we might not have a show that week, unless these guys want to come on live. And I've got 2 belts that just came in. I got them this week. I haven't started them yet. I'm going to start them this weekend. I don't think I'll get either one of them done before the vacation starts. So, and I told one customer, I haven't told the other one, and they said, hey, that's fine. I'm in a hurry. So that's what I do. I try to balance family
Mark,
life. And sometimes,
I
What were you
got
saying?
one question.
Okay.
Can I do the show from my prison cell?
Well, I won't bar you from it.
Like and subscribe.
Yeah. But no, my wife, if she has things for me to do, I step back from it because she wants me to spend time with the family, and I want to spend time with the family. So she kind of keeps me grounded there.
Mhm.
But yeah, there's been a couple times I took a month or 2 break because I had other projects in the work, and I may do that here in the future because I'm very seriously considering tackling the task of building new kitchen cabinets for a house. So, oh, Kevin's on a tear right now.
Yeah.
I want to jump off of
finish
Mark's thing after you're done.
There we go.
All right.
Still looking.
There it is. Still looking.
You'll find it one year.
Yeah,
Definitely.
1 year.
Definitely, Jason. Family's first. Personal life is first. Hobby is last.
Mhm.
I'm the father of an autistic son, 23-year-old son who's autistic. His mother is in and out of his life since the age of 9. I'm a devoted father first and foremost. I'm a family man. My family comes before anybody. These 3 guys on the screen with me right now, I consider them my family, not just my friends. I could reach out to them and just talk to them and vent. And your passion, your passion, your hobby, the brilliant mind you have, like you said, I see your post, you're always chilling with your son, you're taking care of your health. That is the most important thing in life. Our hobby is always last because it's something that we get to unwind and relax and enjoy. But our family is our everything.
Mm-hmm.
God, family, and county. Okay. I think you meant country, but
County's cool.
God,
County's
family, and
cool.
country. There you go.
Yeah. I want to show you guys something. First of all, I showed this in the first hour. In case you missed the first hour, this is the belt of the week. Let me pull it up here real quick. This is a customer belt. This is not my belt. This is a customer belt. I'll be shipping it out tomorrow. But I want to show you a picture I took of it. I got a new picture spot. It's in our front, in front of our front porch, in my wife's flower garden. So, and I found a cool feature on my iPhone called what's it called? Portrait mode, not portrait, but maybe that's what it's called. Let me look here real quick.
Yeah, it's portrait mode. I think we were talking about that.
No, it's cinema. No, see, yeah, it's portrait. Yeah, portrait mode. Yeah, it does. It puts a special, I don't know, feel to the picture. But that's our flower garden in front of our porch. The next door neighbors feature is still there, but we got new neighbors. They haven't really taken care of it, so the weeds have overgrown it, and so that's just not a good place anymore. That's not really what I want to show you. What I really wanted to show you was I have not my supervisor, but her supervisor knows I'm in the hobby. He knows I do the belts, and he knows a little bit about wrestling. He's about my age. And so he was telling us in our group chat yesterday, he said, hey, Mark, I was playing around with Chat GPT. I don't know if any of you guys have played with that. Sorry, I got the burps. He said, and I found out you can manipulate pictures with it. So he took a picture from one of my older ID badges and did this with it.
Don't mess with him.
Mad Dog Maggard is what he called it. And it really doesn't look anything like me, but my wife did say she's seen that look on my face a few times. So, yeah. That made me
Mark, will you take the garbage out? What do you mean take the garbage out?
Can you get rid of those belts, please? But anyway,
Mark,
Richard told me I kind of stole his
remove
gimmick.
all the belts from the bedroom.
Yeah, Richard told me I stole his gimmick. It looks like kind of like the warden, but anyway, that's Chat GBT version of me. I only wish I looked like
Maggard on stage.
Yeah, I only wish I looked that intimidating. I unfortunately I don't. But
you wish your hair was like that.
For all you,
yeah.
For all you guys that have iPhones, there's a few different things you can do. Right above, you can hit the drop as well. And if you stay in video or photos, you can come over here and you can go through and you can actually add a timer as well. And you can do other different things within just the regular photo app, and it'll give you 10 different shots in one. So it'll put together different shots as well. There's a lot of stuff that's baked into the phone softwares that we have that's free, both in video and photo. And that's one thing, if I could tell anybody, because a ton of people ask how I started getting into video. Just look at what free options exist first on what you have before you try to go look to get stuff. Because there's a lot of stuff that you can do nowadays with the technology before you get sold something that you don't really need to buy.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, way too much caffeine, Kirk. Only clean garbage. Only clean garbage.
Yeah, only clean garbage. Let's be specific.
Gotta clean your garbage.
What's up, Cuddles?
Cuddles just got home. He's been to a poker game. Did you know you could clean garbage? We found this out in the chat one night.
Yes, we did. Shocking.
You can actually clean garbage.
Man. I heard that's the new. I heard that's the new rage. You know, that's
clean
the
your
new
garbage before you throw it away.
And the counter to that was, how do you clean garbage?
That was my statement, and Ben lost his stuff. I mean,
I was done. Finished
like,
that night.
And I'm like, what did I say? He said, it's not what you said, it's how you said it.
How you said it.
Yeah. So.
It was your delivery.
Yeah.
It was the delivery.
Delivery, yeah.
How do you clean garbage? That's exactly how it went down, and I was done. I was done.
It wasn't delivery.
As soon as he mentioned that, it was Ben, it was Andy, and me. We just lost it. Ben's like, "How do you clean garbage?"
Yeah, it wasn't delivery. It was DiGiorno. So. No, we were having a chat with Gianni, and Gianni, in usual fashion, was making a lot of racket. And somebody asked, "What are you doing?" He said, "I'm cleaning my garbage." And all I said was, "How do you clean garbage?" And next thing I know, I hear Ben howling.
I was done for the rest of the night. I think I kept laughing. I'm still laughing about it.
He laughed himself off the camera.
Yeah.
But it was one of those moments there, the more you know. And Ben was just happy to hear my response.
There he is.
Yeah, there he is. By the way, that shirt was made by Ashley Southern Designs.
Yes, it was.
Yes.
It wasn't designed by Ashley Southern Designs. It was just made by.
We all have one to wear it proudly.
We do. I'm gonna wear it next week.
Yes.
I think.
Mm-hmm.
Just to make Cuddles happy.
Just showing that picture right there should be good enough.
Yeah. Yeah. If laughter is the best medicine, Brian is the master physician.
Yes. Definitely.
Yeah.
Oh man, Kevin.
Kevin's got a one-track mind tonight. Why am I not surprised by that? I'm not surprised. What's going on in WWE and AEW? One of you guys mentioned before the show that AEW was actually good last night. I didn't catch any of it.
Surprisingly was. I got to give it credit, and it's hard for me to do. But
it was all right. We found out who's replacing Eddie Kingston. It's going to be Darby Allin. That's going to replace.
Who was just hit by a bus? What, three weeks ago?
Yeah.
Bus?
Yeah, he definitely has a legit injury.
Uh-huh.
So unfortunately, he's got to get surgery done on his leg, I believe.
Okay.
So they had to pull him. The only thing I liked about the contract signing was Monet got thrown through the table by Willow.
Oh, I enjoyed that.
That's our girl, Ben. That's our girl.
I cannot stand the
I was marking out at that moment. See her go through that table. I was marking out.
They were forced by the fans being so sick of her to turn her heel. Like, they had no choice. Just like when Paige or Soraya, whatever her name is, people weren't digging her, so they had to turn heel too because, it didn't go the way it was supposed to. So.
Yeah, it's just it's like nails on a chalkboard when she talks for me.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, speaking of
that's what I heard too, Ricky.
Speaking of ladies wrestlers, Becky Lynch and who else? Becky Lynch and Natalia's contracts are up for renewal.
One will be signed, one won't. Becky will be resigned. I don't think they're going to resign Natalia. They've never used her right. They don't know what they're doing with her. I think she'd be better off in TNA.
Ben, did you have some news to bring up also?
About
we were talking before the show.
The Tonga Twins?
Tongas?
Yeah, so they have gotten themselves in a situation with women's wrestling where they got released or are getting released. They made a tweet in the last few days saying that they put Samoan Dynasty at the end of it. So I know people are going to say, oh, well, they're Tongan. Well, a lot of times in their culture, they bring people into their family.
Mm-hmm.
That's just like Jimmy Snuka's from Fiji. He's from Fiji, but they consider Snuka part of their Samoan Dynasty family, that branch. So those two have been rumored to be on their way to WWE. And where there's smoke, there's fire. Why would they try to get out of that contract if they wasn't, asked, or approached by WWE? Time will tell. We'll see.
Yeah. Jason, I think there's some kind of I don't know, I keep hearing a humming, and I've been isolating everybody else, but when I mute you, it stops. It sounds like when you hear a car go down the street with the bass going on. Is there some? I don't know what's going on there, but every time I mute you, it stops.
Yeah, let me see.
Not sure what that is. It sounds like a boombox going in the car going down the street. I was trying to do this.
Now I don't hear it no more.
Oh, yes, quit. Okay.
I don't hear it.
You don't have a smoke detector in the backyard. Chirp.
Chirp.
That's Jermaine.
I'm going.
I didn't say no names, Andy.
I
just said somebody's smoke alarm chirps in the background.
I didn't mean to say.
I don't hear it anymore.
It's not authentic unless you have the chirp.
I start hearing it 2, 3, 4 years ago.
Oh, I did too.
I just used to it. Huh?
It's
And they kept right going.
it's regular road noise. So people say, "Yeah, you don't hear it." I'm like, "No, no."
Stop that smoke alarm!
All right, that's like I do home security for the place that I work at, the company I work for. I don't hear it. I set the sirens off when I'm doing my testing. People jump and run, and they're like, "That don't bother you anymore?" I'm like, "No, not after listening to it almost every day for the last 8 years. No."
I got one more. Is your smoke detector battery low?
Right.
Scott brings up another point I want to talk about. We mentioned this right before the show. I think Ben brought up the Tonga twins. Possibly coming to WWE.
Yeah. And let's be honest, Scott. WWE has been a Samoan driven company for the last 50 years.
They have.
The Wild Samoans
runs through the
were a
business.
main
Yeah.
the Wild Samoans were a main attraction. And then came Rocky Johnson, who's part of that family. Then came Snooker, who's considered part of that family, and Peter Maivia. And they all branched out. If you go look at their family tree, they got more kids coming.
Yeah.
They still have more. They still have more coming. That they're gonna be there in that company in the next 5 years.
Don't forget Alpha and Sika.
Their family.
That's what I said. The Wild Samoans.
That family tree.
It all started with them.
That family. The family tree is going to be like a Playboy centerfold. It's going to fold out.
That family tree got more branches than the Amazon forest, man.
Never ending.
Look,
Deep roots.
It's gonna keep going for as long as you guys,
Andrea,
and your kids and your grandkids.
Hey, Andrea.
We're already what 3, 4 generations deep.
Yeah.
We're at 4 generations deep now. Come on,
just think about
just get used to it. They're not going anywhere.
Rikishi has 5 kids, and they're going to keep having more kids. Non-stop.
They have the biggest wrestling company, wrestling family of all time.
Mm-hmm. Yes, they are.
It's unmatched. It won't get matched. It won't get caught. The Hart family, very big family. The Von Erichs is a decent sized wrestling family.
They're the second family with the largest family members, right? I mean, the largest amount of family members.
Oh, the Samoans?
The Samoan, the Samoan dynasty.
They have to have the biggest wrestling family in history. Who's close to them? Who's close to them?
Nobody.
Right.
Nobody.
Their kids are probably at the wrestling school right now.
Guaranteed, yeah.
Training.
And didn't what's his name's son take over the business just recently? He took over his business recently. He thought he was gonna have to close it down, and he decided to take it and keep it going.
Alpha Jr.?
Yeah, Alpha's son, I think it was.
Yeah, Alpha Jr.
Yeah, because Alpha's not doing too well right now. He's not doing too good. He's in and out of the hospital. And, prayers up.
They got too much of a dynasty to let that go too.
And it's not going away. It's not going away. There's members that people are not even considering. You're not talking about Nia Jax. You're not talking about the Rock's daughter. Extensions of that family. That family is
okay.
It's gonna go on and on forever.
Tonga Kid, Tonga Kid.
Yeah, Tonga Kid. That's Jacob's father. Jacob Fatu's father.
That's Rikishi's twin brother.
Yeah, his twin brother. Yeah, but that's
right.
That's Jacob's father is the Tonga Kid, right?
Yeah. So that family is deeply rooted into wrestling. All these other families you don't really see any Von Erichs besides Ross and
Marshall
and Lacey.
Yeah, well, Lacey's not really in the business anymore.
Not anymore, but she was part of it.
Yeah.
And
by the way, Ross and Marshall have a new podcast. By the way, check it out.
Okay.
Oh, cool.
Yes.
Lacey's got some nice pictures out there. By the way,
they contributed to the wrestling business in a great way.
Yeah.
And it's gonna keep going. You know,
That's a tree
The
with
Rock-
deep roots. I'm
the
talking
Rock,
deep. That
the
go
Rock has
forever.
a daughter. She's what, 6, 7 years old. Who's
No, he's
not to
got two
say?
little girls. Two little
He's
girls.
got 2 little girls.
Plus,
Yeah, he does.
plus his
Okay,
daughter.
right.
Yeah, plus his one daughter that's in
Who's
NXT.
not to say 10, 15 years from now we don't see them on TV? Um, it pretty much is. It's a long extended family. It's very big.
Yep.
Yep.
Brian said best they're becoming the new NWO, but I think they'll be bigger. I mean, if they bring the whole family in and make them one big group, who's going to take them down? I mean, who do they have to compete with all this? Be complete Samoan takeover. There's a plan. I know there's a plan, and they'll reveal it in its time.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
Right, Kevin?
Yeah. 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 I had to agree with that.
Yeah.
That take right there. She does.
Hot topic.
There you go.
You almost forget that she's part of that family.
Yeah.
Like, kind of looking like the odd child here.
I did like what she was doing with Joe Gacy. I did like that. I just didn't like the other two guys.
Yeah, and those guys ended up in Impact, right?
They're in AEW
Yeah.
now, I think. Oh,
Are they in
Impact.
AEW?
Impact, yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was Impact. And New Japan.
Andy.
They're New
Why?
Japan. Yeah. Andy.
Andy's
Post
the
pictures.
meme king. By the way,
Strikes
Jason.
again, yep.
Yeah.
So when you see us laughing during the show, Andy's sending memes to the chat.
Yep, that's the tag team. Grizzled Young Veterans.
Okay.
I'm not in on that.
One thing we all learned: never post a picture in the chat of yourself. Andy will turn it into a meme.
He's done it to me too. Oh, Jason's sitting there wondering what the heck he got into.
Oh, this is great.
I did my part. What are they doing now?
I'm filling my quota. I'm filling my quota for like and subscribe.
There you go. There you go.
You have to quit doing that. We're not sending
He's
you a
got the
check,
vote.
Jason. We're not sending you a check.
Don't be surprised.
He's got the pose.
There is no.
Don't be.
There's not a royalty agreement in this deal.
There was no endorsement deal.
If you notice, he does the whole pose and everything. He gets up there and he goes.
That's how you can tell somebody
just
watches.
like Ben does it.
We appreciate you, man.
That is a t-shirt. I'll have to see if Ashley can make me one of those t-shirts. Like, subscribe.
Don't be surprised. Within the week, I'll send a '90s theme, like and subscribe theme song.
There you go. His first time on the podcast, he's already tackled like a pro.
Right. You know what?
Hey.
Get a little too comfortable.
No stage fright there.
Oh, when I
that's
first
what
came
we try to
home,
do.
I didn't.
We have people on the show.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What, Jason?
When I first got home, I have all Apple products. I didn't know I needed to get the Chrome browser, so I was like, "Crap."
Look at Ben.
Went through and downloaded everything to get on StreamYard.
Oh, really? You can do it from Apple?
It said I needed Chrome. I didn't have Chrome.
Oh,
on this
mine works. It's how I
Yeah.
did the bill cam. Huh. Weird.
one. I'm going through the laptop, not my phone.
Oh, okay. Okay, I got you. Yeah, I use my phone for the bill cam. So. These guys are not holding back. As a matter of fact, I gotta put this up here.
The comments are savage.
Yes, savage.
Andy. Oh my God, Andy.
Andy.
Now those are sad. Those
Don't
are
make me
some
come over there.
savage.
The favorite. I ain't even looked yet. Favorite territory.
Andy, don't go chasing
man.
waterfalls, okay?
The Dome Globe.
That's not territory belt.
According to WWE, it is. Let me go in detail on what I'm talking about. So there's a new figure 4-pack there's a new figure 4-pack that just came out that I purchased with Harley Race, Billy Graham, Muhammad Ali, and Gorilla Monsoon. If you look at the description on the website, it said it called the Dome Globe a territory championship. It don't have the NWA letters on the Dome Globe figure belt.
That's
basically,
probably because NWA is still an entity, I guess, maybe.
Yeah, but why call why how did they even get the approval to even do the Dome Globe? Is it an old design? I don't believe so.
I don't know.
But you never know because Fandu did do the Dome Globe, or they're known as the
Andy,
official.
is that the sequel?
But yeah, favorite territory belt. I'd have to say the NWA TV.
That's a good one. That's a good standby.
Because it's called the Mid Atlantic television title. But it was used in Georgia Championship Wrestling. It was used in Championship Wrestling from Florida. But I always had a thing for the black strap, red backing, NWA TV.
Even Mark's laughing.
No, I'm laughing at the comment.
That's what I was saying. I had to laugh at that one.
Okay. I'm not looking in the chat. Okay, I'll be done. I'll be done. You said that, Scott. I didn't say that. You said that. All right. I have to say my favorite territory belt, and I'm having trouble with that because there's several that are so good. I would have to go with the Luger US. Luger US.
That's up there with mine. Yeah, that's up there.
And I'm only saying that because I can see it right here. I don't see any others. Yeah, I don't see any others. I mean, if I wanted to go with what I grew up watching, I would have to say the World Class American Heavyweight Championship that looks like the NWA TV.
Mm-hmm.
I have one here that I need to re-leather. But yeah, the Luger US has a lot more going.
I got my favorite territory belt. I'm gonna say the Stampede belt.
Okay, yeah. And you have that one, right?
I don't know what it is about that belt. Yeah, I don't know what it is about the belt. It's just, I mean, quote the phrase. It's very unique, but I like
it. He's not blinking.
Jason, blink twice if you need help.
Okay, he good.
He's safe for now.
Okay, so the Pacific Northwest belt is your favorite territory belt, I believe.
Little biased.
Okay. Yeah.
And that's a beautiful design. That design it was the cookie cutter of the TV, the national, the AWA tag. They all had that same plate shape, but that design, the art to that is different. It's nice.
That's a good one, Platinum.
I have one somewhere around here.
Okay, Andy, that leaves you.
Andy,
my favorite belt of all time?
No, your favorite territory belt.
Your favorite territory belt.
Yep.
I'm sorry. I kind of like the Mid-Atlantic Heavyweight title.
Which one?
The white. It's got the white paint. The white.
Oh, okay. The original.
Or not the Octagon, but
yeah, not a lot of people. I like it.
The early '80s style.
Yeah.
Okay. That's the one that Ron Bass held. Ron Bass,
Piper,
Ricky Steamboat.
It's not very popular with a lot of belt collectors, but one I might still add.
I'm seeing a few of those out there though. See a few belt collectors picking those up. So.
I've sold quite a few.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
I just think it's a nice looking belt.
Yeah, it's not bad. It's not my favorite, and I didn't used to like it, but since I got the belt hobby, it's kind of grown on me. A lot of belts have done that.
Me too.
I'm surprised you didn't say the World Class Heavyweight title, Mark.
That's not a territory belt.
Technically, it is.
Well, it's a world title. because they weren't part of the NWA, so they were their own company.
Can I dispute that?
Sure.
This is why.
Okay.
We often consider Booker T as the first Ron Simmons is the first African American champion. But why we don't consider Iceman King Parsons,
Absolutely,
who won it before Ron Simmons, is the first African American world heavyweight champion.
right.
So
it's a kind of a gray area. It's kind of a gray area.
Right. Yeah, see what I'm saying? So a lot of people won't think about it that way, but if the world class is a world heavyweight title, as it should be considered as, because it had broken away and it was in its own entity, in its own governing body, then Iceman King Parsons is the first African American heavyweight champion.
Right.
I agree.
Jason, you sent me a picture. You want me to put that up on the screen?
Sure.
Okay, let me I'll let you explain this picture. Let me upload it real quick. Okay, here it is.
We're talking about title designs. I forgot this came in. Me and Rizwan are working on our first HD belt together. At least my first HD belt, first custom HD. So
sweet.
I did see that.
First look.
Yeah, good.
I always see those belts when they're making. They have it green.
Going to be separate like the other one.
You said what?
Yeah. What is that? What is that green? Like Mark just said. On the plating. Is that before it's acid etched?
That's it already got acid etched, so it's almost like the similar process to have you seen plates where they're marked off?
Yeah.
That's just the race parts.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I got you. Right.
Okay.
I thought it was a protective film is what I thought it was.
That's what they
Well, yeah, but Tony Atlas didn't win. But he should. I agree. He should have been. I thought he was going to beat Ric Flair when they had their little feud. They had a match and something happened. I don't know what happened, but there was some big deal made about it. And Bob Geigel, who was the president of the NWA at that time, ordered a rematch. And ordered special. I never did hear what happened behind the scenes there. So that's on YouTube, by the way. Look up Tony Atlas versus Ric Flair in the TV studio. Tony Atlas slapped Ric Flair after Flair kind of made some comments that I won't repeat, but they're somewhat racist in nature. Did Thunderbolt? I don't think did Thunderbolt Patterson win the world title? I don't think he did.
No, I don't think he did.
I think he was Georgia TV champion.
He's never world title.
Anybody would know. It'll be Chris. Chris would know.
Yeah. Oh, of course, the Missouri title. That would be a good territorial belt.
Yeah. Harley had that.
Harley had it 6 times.
That was a stepping stone to the NWA title. Even
Flair
though the Missouri title was not an NWA championship.
Flair held it. Harley Race held it. Kerry Von Erich held it. All 3 world champions. I think Dusty might have held it one time. Okay. Yeah, please do that. There are some really cool shoot interviews I saw with Harley Race in his later years after he retired from the ring. I think he was running his wrestling school at that time. He was talking about different things about wrestling for the NWA in the 60s and 70s. He talked about the Von Erichs. He thought David was a better worker. He talked about a lot of different things. Going over to Japan. He talked about his interaction with Hulk Hogan. And I don't think there was a gun mentioned in that story, but there's a story that he pulled a gun on Hulk Hogan in the locker room one time.
Wow.
You were talking about Thunderbolt Patterson. I think he might have been a world tag team championship with Ole Anderson. I can't remember. They were a tag team at one time, but I don't think he held a singles championship. But yeah, Iceman King Parsons defeated Kerry Von Erich for the World Class World Heavyweight Championship, but that's when the lights went out in the arena. And when they came back on, Kerry Von Erich was unconscious. So there's some hijinks going on. But Iceman was awarded the title. Huh? Are you in the chat again?
Yeah.
Don't even look.
Okay. All right. I forgot to mention at the top of the second hour that we're also on YouTube, and that portion of the show is made possible by the Brothers of Kayfabe podcast. They're still out there releasing videos, so be sure you check them out. They would appreciate that.
Yep.
Also, want to give a shout out to
Thank you,
Kevin Kevin Davenport, who's been commenting tonight regarding Kevin Rhodes. He does have the Double Drop Hit podcast, so I think he's on a hiatus right now, but he should be back soon.
Yeah, he's doing it every other week, isn't he?
I don't know.
I think it's every other week.
He does a great job.
Every other Tuesday. Yeah, every other Tuesday. Yeah, he does a fantastic setup.
Instead of liking and subscribing to him, subscribe and like to him.
Yeah. There you go. Yeah. Okay, Thunderbolt Patterson was a CWA World Champion. Okay.
World title. Territory.
Yeah.
Wasn't recognized.
Nope. They weren't even members of the NWA, were they?
Yes, they were. And it's funny because I was reading about the CWA today. I ran across it reading something else, and they were part of the NWA or the NWA. They left the NWA and partnered with the AWA.
Right. That's when Jerry Lawler won that title.
Yeah.
It was the national tag titles he held with the Ole. That's right.
Yeah, with Ole. Yep.
It was Stan Anderson or Stan Hansen that held the World Tag Team Championship with the Ole. Okay. All right. But yeah, as far as I know, as far as I consider it, Iceman King Parsons was the first Black World Heavyweight Champion. But at that time, World Class was not on a network, so that may be why they're not considering that.
Right, and so that's that gray area that we don't understand, but we understand,
right?
Type of thing.
Yeah, that's when the business was transitioning.
Brother.
Yeah.
Yeah. What else we got going on here? Oh, I saw something. Corey Graves is rumored to be returning to the ring.
Actually, I heard it was months ago, but now I guess it's coming to fruition, I guess.
But I think he's going to NXT, maybe.
Okay.
I didn't read the article, but I saw that,
Really?
that they may be coming back to the ring part-time. So he might be in the ring in NXT and doing his commentary on the main roster.
I enjoy his commentary.
Yeah, he's good. I like him better than McAfee.
Yeah, I do too. McAfee seems like he's trying too hard.
He is.
He's going way over.
He's fanboying.
Yeah, exactly.
He's fanboying.
Yeah, he's fanboying.
He doesn't know.
But believe it or not, he's one of Michael Cole's favorite.
Yeah.
He doesn't know how to hide when he doesn't the stuff that he doesn't know. He usually highlights what he doesn't know, which is not good.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Back, he just goes overboard.
And then Ben mentioned this before the show. One of the Viking Raiders, the other Viking Raider, Ivar, is out of action with an injury. So you got Eric is out with an injury. Ivar is out with an injury, and Valhalla is pregnant. So all the Viking Raiders are out of the ring for a while.
Yeah, and they were out.
It was
out 2 years ago.
It wasn't me.
It wasn't.
It wasn't me.
You're not talking about injury. You're not talking about injuring the two guys, right? You're talking about Valhalla. Yeah. Wasn't me either.
It wasn't me.
As long as they don't fully commit to the characters and die within the next few weeks because of minor injuries.
Yeah.
Viking days.
If the baby comes out with a chain around his neck and a bandana on his head, it wasn't me.
I heard not Carmel. I've heard that Alexa Bliss is teasing a return to the ring.
Supposedly to maybe part.
I heard she's part of the Wyatt Six.
Yeah, it could be.
Yeah,
it could be. I just don't think that's going to go over as well as it used to. I really don't.
Well,
especially when you got the bloodline thing going on.
I'm hoping for the best too, but I have that feeling also. Mark.
I think it's being shoved down our throats.
Yeah,
it is.
And I think if the bloodline thing wasn't being pushed so hard, I think it would probably be a better deal for them. But because the bloodline is such the frontline storyline, I don't think it's just going to get the attention or the traction.
I think we've been force fed.
So now let me ask you this question. What if they switched up and brought them to NXT? If they switched that up and they brought them to NXT, would they bring some more eyes on the product?
Yes, Nor, that is correct.
if they even need to do that by the time they have all that set up, because I don't know if they're going to keep everybody spread out by the time this bloodline thing actually ramps up to what they want it, because I assume they're going to put together the Usos back together, and there a lot of people are in different places, so it's going to be interesting on how that forms and where that attention goes, because it's been a pretty interesting off season from WrestleMania. And so when they ramp up, it's going to be interesting to see how they do that and then intermix the hype again, because they're going to have Roman back. They're going to have The Rock back at some point. To me, I think one of the sleeper matches is going to come up. It's not going to be big, but they got pretty cool matches coming up in between the stuff, like the champ versus champ. I think it will be a good match. The last time Logan Paul had a match with Roman Reigns overseas, that match was actually pretty cool, especially for how early he was in that. It might not be the most entertaining build-up, but that match should be still pretty cool given the event that's coming up.
Yeah, everybody's giving him his flowers, though. Everybody's giving him his flowers. They said he's good in the ring.
Yeah.
I haven't heard one superstar say that he's not good in the ring.
Mm-hmm.
And he also saved Rey Mysterio in that one match too. Mysterio.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Mhm.
Yeah.
He could have broke his neck in that.
And then Andy had said this, I think it was a couple months ago, that they're going to bring the Usos back with Roman and then bring Sammy back in the mix.
Yeah.
So then that means on the other side, you're going to have Jacob and Zilla joining that part of the family.
I agree with Ricky here. I think the Usos will get back together.
Yeah. There's no doubt they're going to be back together.
They're going to be like the Bloodline version of the Wolfpack.
Jimmy needs Jay, that's
the Wolfpack NWO.
Bloodline, I think, is going to happen at SummerSlam.
Yeah, it'd be like a Wolfpack NWO versus Black and White
exactly.
NWO.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
But I wonder if they're going to do the Dynasty and then the Bloodline. The Dynasty faction and then the Bloodline faction. Because right now they're calling Solo the Suge Knight of the Bloodline.
And that's what's cool about it, being at this time of the year and still talking about looking forward to stuff. I remember 5 to 10 years ago, that was a rough patch.
Yeah,
talking about.
And they could turn Survivor Series into War Games, Survivor Series War Games.
Yeah,
because it's the same format.
I want to see it.
You just put a cage there.
I think they will.
We got 8 minutes left of the show, and I've been teasing this tumbler for a while during the show, and I'm gonna put a picture up that Ashley just posted to the group of that cup. Almost said shirt. So I think she's selling those for $30. So if you're interested in getting the tumbler, you can get Spanning the Globe tumbler on there, or get your own logo on there and have whatever you're going to put on the back. Those are laser etched. Like and subscribe, Ashley Southern Designs. Thank you, Jason.
Great work, Ashley.
Yes, thank you.
Ashley, send me your logo. Let me see if I can make a little video for you. If you want.
And those cups come in different colors. She made one for Ryland with the Kansas City Chiefs theme on it. They had the quarterback number on everything. So, very nice cups. They hold ice for quite a while. Yeah.
Hey.
Well, she gave me this one.
I was the first one. I was the first one, but this was not made by Ashley.
Let me put you up there. Oh, that's right. Yeah. Okay.
This was a Father's Day present from the wife and my son.
Ah. Okay.
The Yeti cup.
She also does neon colors. She's got some neon colors.
Oh, I want the neon yellow or the neon green.
Yeah.
If she gets those.
She's excited about it. She used to do cups and she kind of got away from it, but she's getting into it again. And these are not the ones that everybody's paying godly amounts for. Just for the basic cup. I mean, for the same price or a little less money, you get your own logo etched on it. But they're very nice. They come with a straw.
I wonder if she could do designs and logo too.
Let me put this on full screen.
I think she could do anything. She's that good with that.
It's got this thing here, and you could twist it to open up the opening, or just close it up, and it's got a little hole there. You put the straw in there, so you can't spill it. Whoops.
Well, he just.
Cool.
Whoa! We
I
didn't
had
see
the wrong
anything.
end.
Mark. We didn't see
Had the wrong-
anything. You're good.
There you go.
We didn't see it.
2 for 2. 2 for 2.
Ruining my carpet.
They aren't leak proof, but I won't spill as much.
Mark, are you thinking about Stu Fart?
No, I'm not. I'm not.
Seriously, it's important.
I did that just as my wife walked in.
Perfect timing.
Who'd have thought?
Busted.
But it won't just dump everything out, so I was wrong about that. I should have done this test before the show started. Yeah, it is a fail.
You can't spill it, Phil.
Right.
That's how you clean garbage.
That is how you clean garbage, yes.
Yep, that's it. Oops. Oopsie poopsie.
Was Ron Simmons and the Iceman, King Carson.
No, Iceman was before Ron Simmons. He just wasn't recognized in the official records, I guess. Because I remember when Iceman won it. I remember when Ron Simmons won it. They were.
Here you go, Chris. Look up the name Sailor Thomas. Pro wrestler Sailor Thomas. There's your first black champion.
All right.
Ugh.
Yeah, we sure do. Need a Grandpa Club mug for Ben.
I agree.
So we got 4 minutes, guys. Any parting words?
Yeah, I want to see Jason do like and subscribe one more time.
Let me get my full screen. Like and
One more
subscribe.
time.
Quick, take a picture.
Make sure
Take a
you
picture.
like and subscribe.
Take a picture.
Okay. While I got him on full screen, I just want to mention this. Someone in our chat mentioned the fact that he kind of resembles Bo Dallas. Anybody else see that? I kind of see it.
I see it a little bit.
I see it.
From that side. From the side, yeah.
Yeah.
Your side profile, you do look like Bo.
If you put your Uncle Howdy hat on, you got it. You nailed it. But again,
You just see the graphic come up.
Again, Jason, appreciate you coming on the show and sharing your work with us. We look forward to seeing more and more of it.
I appreciate you guys for having me on. This is fun.
And stick around after the credits. Don't leave. We usually do a little chat after that while I break everything down here. So.
No, I'm not gonna do it with you because I did it with Gary and he hauled ass. Never mind. Scott asked about my J Crown. I messed up. I messed up with my J Crown, and I'm missing one belt, so I gotta order one more. There's the answer.
You gotta elaborate for Jason. He wants to know what you meant by that. I can see it.
What's that?
No, I meant that as like if I was. That shit's funny.
Okay, we're getting all sorts of people out here for the first Black World Champion. I can't speak prior to the '80s. I just can't because I did watch wrestling back then. So, okay, we got 2 minutes left. I'm gonna go ahead and end the show now because we're out of material. But we do appreciate everybody joining us tonight, and thank Jason again for being our guest. Great stuff. Great stuff.
Thanks again, man.
Thank you for coming. Thank you for joining us, man.
Look forward to having you on again some other time. So.
I appreciate all you guys. Keep it going. Keep creative.
Will do. All right. So join us next week. We'll be back with another action-packed episode for you guys. So until then, hope you have a new belt day. Good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody.